Hi everyone! Thank you so much for your patience through our technical difficulties. We're Google and even we experience technical difficulties. So we're still trying to figure out what's going on, and we're hoping we can offer you an alternative date to view a live session. But for now we're doing this recording so you at least have the information to go off of. So I'll start. My name is Allie and I'm a tech intern recruiter and I work with software engineering intern applicants.
Hey y'all, my name is Joshua Gutierrez. I'm also a tech intern recruiter and I work with Engineering Practicum.
And we are here working together in the San Francisco office, which we're going to show you right now. Oh, look at this view. I'm going to break this right now.
Of course, the Wi-Fi. See the bridge? Wait, there's the bridge.
Our beautiful Bay Bridge with great view. We wanted to show this to you. We can't keep it open because then you won't be able to see us.
Yeah, we're wearing our black shirts, so you know how that goes.
So we're going to take you through our two programs, the Software Engineering Internship Program and the Engineering Practicum Program, and we'll tell you what we look for in our applicants, give you some tips and tricks, and tell you how to apply. Okay, so in general for our program, if you are looking for information on either the Software Engineering Internship Program or Engineering Practicum, you can get that information on generals and also how to apply to either of the programs if you go to google.com/jobs/students. So it's a great place to go. You should apply as soon as possible, and we'll go over the dates when the applications open. Ours is currently open, EP's opening soon, and definitely get your application in as soon as possible. Both of our programs, you have the opportunity to intern in a variety of our office locations across North America, including a couple in Canada, so that's really fun.
Nice.
The internships last about 3 months. They're fully paid, they're full-time positions. And students can indicate location preferences if you have projects that you're interested in working on when you start working with your recruiter.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to get into what we look for in the software engineering intern applicants. So in general, we're looking for an application that shows your education first and foremost. Make sure that's at the top of your resume. You are students and our programs are developmental programs for students. So your graduation date is really important because it informs which program you're actually eligible for. Include your GPA, and you want to put all of your relevant coursework as well as project work. So we're looking for a general computer science fundamental set of knowledge. So data structures and algorithms and big O sorting, etc. All of it's listed in our preferred qualifications. So make sure you're looking at those when you're putting together your resume and list out all of the relevant experience that you have, whether it's classes or outside projects. We're not just looking for your list of proficient languages, we're also looking for how you've applied those languages in your work. So if you're saying you're proficient in Java, which is one of our main languages, tell us how you've applied Java. Is it in a specific project? Is it in a course that you worked in? So the more action words that you can use to explain how you utilize the languages or the skills that you're listing, the better. The main languages we do look for are C, C++, Java, JavaScript, and Python. So definitely highlight all the work you've done in those areas. And check out the preferred qualifications that are listed for the application. And so as you're putting together your resume, you're really, really looking at ways to highlight the work that we are looking for in those preferred qualifications.
Perfect. I mean, honestly, it's the same way for Eng Practicum. A lot of the same details, making sure you're checking out the PQs, MQs, all that kind of good stuff. PQs, preferred qualifications, MQs. Minimum qualifications. Fun stuff. All right, so what do we look for with Eng Practicum? Well, first of all, let's talk about what Eng Practicum is. Can you actually go? Yeah, perfect. No worries. So what does EP look like? EP is for first and second year students who are currently attending a bachelor's program at a 4-year university. It can also be a 5-year university. If you check out our FAQs on our application, we have more detail. You'll want to be majoring in a CS or a related technical field, EE, SWE, etc. Our program is aimed at historically underrepresented groups and universities in tech. And during the summer, interns are paired with 2 engineering hosts, or as we call them, or engineering co-hosts, and you'll also be working with 1 to 2 other interns in a pod format for mentorship and support. And then just because you'll be working in a pod, it honestly doesn't mean you're just going to be working on any sort of project. You'll be working on all of Google's amazing product areas, just like with the traditional internship, and on production level code in SWE, SETI, and SRE roles. Additionally, you're also assigned a mentor outside of your outside of your working pod, or not at school, to provide that extra bit of support. And then finally, you'll also have the opportunity to participate in EP-specific technical and developmental courses. Not to mention, you'll have all of Google's amazing perks and all the things that come with it as well. So, yeah, it's a great program. Okay, let's talk about what it actually takes to be an EP. So a few things. First of all, the program is broken into freshmen and sophomores, so what we require is a little bit different. For freshmen, what we look for first-year students, we're talking about by the end of your first year. So some of these things will be, an object-oriented programming course. Same thing as Ali was listing with the different programming languages: C, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript. 1 core math course, 1 CS project outside of the classroom, an understanding of theoretical foundation, logic gates, digital circuits, number systems, sequential logic, and design principles. And finally, familiarity with GitHub. And then also you're beginning to read and write high-quality code. So wait, you might be thinking, I've never done these things. It's totally okay. These are just suggestions. These are not hard and fast rules. It's also never too late to learn. So really, we know that this is your first CS year. This is your first, real introduction to CS. So if your school doesn't offer a particular course or a theory or something along those lines, there are great online resources to check out as well. Okay, so sophomores. What we look for with sophomores is, and by the end of your second year, is an understanding of data structures and algorithms, proficiency in a programming language like I mentioned earlier, and then also we would hope that you worked on several CS projects at this point, and maybe even a small independent project, a team project inside class or outside of class, or a small role in a larger project. Again, same as before with freshmen, these are just, these are resources and suggestions. They're not hard and fast rules. So please keep that in mind. There's lots of ways to gain this type of experience. And we know that Eng Practicum is a developmental program, so keep that in mind as well. All right, so how do you apply? Well, this is pretty basic. Visit google.com/students. You'll find the best roles for you. You'll want to upload your resume, transcript, unofficial is fine for both of our programs, and your essays if applicable. Wait, essays. Oh, yeah, EP. Duh. So with Eng Practicum, there are 5 essay questions you'll have to answer, and they're really great, and you'll have a fun time doing it, I promise. And then finally, just click submit.
So next I'm going to talk a little bit about what to expect once you apply. So the first thing, depending on what program you actually are applying to, that you'll do is you will take a coding, there's a coding sample and a survey. So for EP, you actually do not do the coding sample and survey. You do for the traditional SWE program. And that's just an additional data point that we use for our hiring decision. Definitely take it seriously, fill it out in a timely manner. And then after that, you'll do 1 to 2 technical phone interviews. And that's the same for both programs. So in the technical phone interviews, you're being interviewed by 1 to 2 Google engineers separately, so just 1 engineer at a time. And they're really looking for your basic running knowledge of a bunch of computer science skills, specifically data structures and algorithms, coding test code, thinking about your communication style. So those are the basics of what they're looking for in these interviews. So after that, you'd move through to the project search stage. And that is the stage where we are setting you up to speak with managers who have projects on the table for internships. You'll be able to hear about the project description, the scope. You'll be able to share about your skill set and your interests. And if it's a mutual match, we'd be able to extend an offer to you that time, have you reviewed by our hiring committee, and hopefully have you come join us for the summer. So that's the traditional SWE program. For EP, it's a little different. They actually will have you go through the project search stage to find out what the project is you're working on after they move to an offer, if they're able to move to an offer. That's what you can expect.
Perfect. And don't miss out on these opportunities. Check out these roles. Definitely apply. Once again, google.com/students. With Practicum, get that alert set up on your calendar. The application window is October 2nd to November 3rd, so apply early. Our applications are filled on a rolling basis, so definitely check that out. What about the SWE internship? Oh, yeah.
Now, we're already live, so apply, and we'll be open through February 2nd, so definitely get your applications in.
Sweet.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks again for being patient with us through our technical difficulties. We hope you got some of your questions answered from Michelle and Elizabeth earlier, who are great moderators.
Yeah.
And we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.